Well, hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Taurus, this is going to be, you already know, it's always something new here on the channel, and this is just what I'm doing today, okay? I pulled some cards. This really is tarot, but I like the book because it gives a little bit more detail about what's happening to you or what could be occurring, your situation, good or, not so good, some things that could be frustrating you. So here, one of the three cards plus four with the one at the bottom of the deck. One of the cards that came out, or the first card, is the Five of Wands, Ace of Cups, beautiful. And then I believe this is the Justice card. Okay, this is in India, but I only see the scale, so that's what makes me believe that is the Justice card. We'll see in a minute. And then you have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I think this, I believe that this deck is absolutely fantastic. I love the illustrations on it. Amazing. Starting off with your reading, I'm going to give my interpretation based on my intuition and also give what the book talks about. Five of Wands, not the best energy to start off with your reading because it is conflict in some kind of way. It's a challenge. Now, remember, I was told this a long time ago that sometimes challenges depends on your perspective of how you look at the challenge. You could be motivated by the challenge, or you can embrace it in order to get through it, right? And sometimes this represents a lot of energy that you may have as well. So we can look at the good or the bad, but I will say with the Five of Wands, it could be something out of balance looking at that Justice card. This is what it says though. You are being asked to examine your feelings through competition, and being able to use clear thoughts and emotions. It says, be careful, however, of aggression. Okay. Now, I feel like the Ace of Cups is basically telling it all. I feel like you may have been motivated for change. And it may not have been a really good situation. Let's just say it's love. Let's just use that as an example. Let's just say you just love someone so much. You just love them so much, but it was a battle. Loving them was a battlefield. And at one point you were up for the challenge. You were like, okay, I will do anything. I will fight for your love. I will fight for you. I will do anything for your love. But now you're using that energy that you had for them to fight for you now. To change your life, maybe to go into a new direction. How do we know that? Because the Ace of Cups talks about something new, and it also represents self-love. I do believe that for a lot of you, you were waiting for something with this Five of Wands. You wanted something stable. Now, I would say even with your money, that's been a challenge for a lot of you. You've been feeling so out of balance with your money. You've been feeling overwhelmed. There's been instability in your life with your finances, and you were just fighting. You're just fighting. Oh, I got to make sure I have enough to pay this. Oh, I got to make sure I have enough to pay that. You did it. You did it. But, sometimes you can feel, tired. Okay. So I do feel like there's been challenges with love, challenges with money, maybe even fights with your family. Okay. You've been fighting for what you have been trying to achieve, your desires, unions, or whatever. And at this point, you are fighting for your freedom if you do not have them right now. For change. The Ace of Cups, like I said before, is representative of a new beginning, as you guys already know. I love the Ace of Cups because it is an inward feeling and an outward feeling, and maybe even an outward experience. If you look at this picture here, water is being poured into the bowl. I mean, and it's so much water that it is overflowing. It is your emotions for yourself, this newfound love for yourself and new love. The element of water represents love, joy, abundance. And so if you've been fighting for those things in the past, you're going to have a new beginning with this Ace of Cups. I always think that the Ace of Cups is blessings. I've always said that because it's something is like triggering those feelings, whether it's like you love what you do as far as your work, you have a new child in your life, you have a new love in your life, something is like really welling up in your soul emotionally that's giving you this feeling of love. Your heart is being activated. It's like the pumping of the veins. You just feel now. You feel almost in awe of the feeling. And like I said, it starts with you first. But this is what it says here. When this card appears, you are being guided to your heart center, and that determines how you experience life. Do you choose joy and openness, or are you closed and fearful? Oh, we got to talk about that, because sometimes the Five of Wands right before that Ace of Cups could be that some of you guys are fighting love. You know, somebody is in your life, you're starting to fall for them, and you're like, ooh, I don't want that. I don't want that feeling. Here it says the body is the temple, the body is the temple, but the heart is the altar of God. Oh, go ahead. I love it. It says to recognize your heart as a sacred receptacle is to honor and protect it from desecration, both from others and yourself. Wow. That's why I said self-love. Realizing your heart is the center. It's the altar of God. That is where love is. Remember we said God is love. And if it comes from the heart, everything in your body is going to overflow, because now you're happy. You know how it feels when you fall in love, or when you love something. It just seems like everything in life seems okay. And that is what I feel like you guys are going to be experiencing, because what comes after the one? Because the Ace of Cups is one. What comes after the one? The two. Cooperation and unity. You first have to start somewhere in order for you to come to a mutual respect and friendship with someone else. And I feel like that's going to happen. I feel like you may have many loves, many opportunities to come to this type of union. But what it's doing is quelling this loneliness, this imbalance, and for some of you, this anguish of not having love in your life. So I love the fact that this new beginning is here and it's bringing balance. Now, let's go to number 11, because I believe number 11 is the Justice card. I should know, but yes, it is the Justice card. So after the challenge, right? Then the new beginning starts, and then everything starts to like smooth out. This is where fairness starts and balance. You know, if let's say there's a court case here, especially if you guys have a court case, you're going to win hands down. But you learn so many lessons in life because of the lack of integrity, because of people's dishonesty, because you're not holding your own self accountable. Maybe before you did not, but now here with the Justice card, you're saying, I need to be fair and right, because I am patient, but I also want the reward for being balanced. And that's what the universe is going to bring to you. Now, here with this card, it says, when this card appears, you are being told that karma is on your side and a fair decision will be made. All you need to do is act with integrity, attune to your higher self, and allow the divine wisdom to flow through you. If there is a pending situation, you are being asked to look at it objectively, not emotionally, right? Before you make any type of decisions. This is a call for a clear and logical response, because everything needs to be balanced. That's, oh, I fall in love with someone. Is it fair? Is it balanced? How you treat people, if they do not treat you accordingly, are you going to be emotional about it, or are you going to be logical? I love this energy here, because it really is, you have fought the fine fight, and now the blessings will start being poured out to you. Now, at the bottom of the deck, I think I told you guys before that you had the Two of Pentacles. Remember, we talked about decisions. And so the Two of Pentacles is needing to make a decision, weighing your options. And remember, the Justice card is here. It's like you need to make the right decision, needing to weigh your options. I don't know why I feel like there's just so much busyness in your reading. Some of you guys are dating different people, you know, and again, there's something off. Maybe you're not focusing. Maybe you haven't been able to focus on love because of your money. You know, you're working 2 jobs, you got all this responsibility. So maybe there was interference in the past. Part of that interference is you're working your career. That has been a challenge when it came down to love. But the Two of Pentacles need balance, and you will get it. Okay? But I want to go ahead and read it and see what it says. You have definitely been out of balance with that Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles talks about being flexible, learning adaptability, and your equilibrium. Well, we already see it with the Justice card. We already know that you were lacking balance, that you were juggling too much and feeling overwhelmed with life and responsibility. You had a hard time or a difficult time prioritizing. So with this one, with that Justice card, it's like, yeah, okay, now we're going to make sure that you harmonize all the dualities of life. We're going to make sure everything that needs to be accomplished are going to be accomplished. You don't avoid one thing over the other. Okay? You need to go to work, you go to work. You need to take care of your health, you take care of your health. You need to spend time with friends, family, and love, you'll do that as well. You have balanced thinking and emotion when you're dealing with all of those things. Now here this card says you are being asked to place all that you are juggling in its rightful place. What do you give the most importance to? It says this suit of card represents the element of earth, which is all about worldly. How do you balance all of those things? Are you being overcommitted and stretched in one area that does not serve you or anyone else? So you need to ask yourself, why am I taking on so much? Okay, do you have anything that you're trying to prove? If you learn to balance your time and energy and resources, it says you will accomplish much. Okay. So yeah, you're doing too much. You're all over the place. You need to get your life right. Okay. It's one of my sayings I've been saying on this channel for a very long time. You need to get it together. Okay. And you know, there's an emotional element here with that Ace of Pentacles and that Two of Cups, because, you know, I feel like there may have been some things that you may have experienced as a child, or maybe at a very young age, where, you know, maybe you don't really understand how real feelings work when you're starting to feel it. So how can I explain what I'm saying? Maybe you've been suppressing things. Maybe you've been putting yourself off, meaning you have not been taking care of yourself. You have not been paying attention to how you feel. And now all of a sudden these emotions start to come up and you don't know how to handle it. That's the reason why I talked about being overwhelmed. Maybe there's a chemical imbalance that are causing your emotions to be out of whack as well. So you see, a balanced thing is taking care of that. Do you have to go to the doctor in order to figure out what you need to balance your chemistry, to balance your hormones? You know, maybe you need to focus or get more prioritized so you can get better handle on your money. And that's what I see that's really happening here for you. You've been giving too much attention on something or someone, and the universe is saying that's enough. And I definitely see that you guys are going to adjust to it. Okay. So this is what I have for you here, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here again soon. Love you guys. Bye.